You are live. Let's see who we have joining. I'm looking here. Are you able to see it? Someone said, I'm backstage. I see you. That was Vanessa. So let's see what is going on with these lives. I don't want to view. It says I am live. Does anyone else see that?
Do we click live stream?
Yes, try that. Yes, on your end, because it's going to broadcast to your audience. So,
add destination, Facebook.
Yep, select your destination.
All right.
And I'm going to your page, see if I can see it. Testing, testing. Welcome, welcome. We are live.
Oh, it's going to take me to my, instead of my feed. I don't want it to go back. I don't want it to go to my Global Luxury Travel.
Is that just fine in there? Let's see.
I want it to go to my Facebook profile. Let's see if I can do it again. Add a destination. My favorite. There we go.
Let me see. I'm going to go to your page and test it out. Hey guys, get ready for these travel streets. Okay.
It's saying log into that account and try again. I'm logged into that account.
Into your
Vanessa.
Let me see what's going on here. Let us be great.
I know the devil is alive.
Wait, I see it. I am live. Welcome everybody. Go to your home, to your
I am.
That main feed. Hello, hello, welcome everyone. I see someone shared it. We are live here. I can't hear you, Nikki. Unmute your mic. See what your mic says. I hear Vanessa. But I am able to see us. But I can't hear Nikki. Can you hear Nikki? Where's Vanessa? There she is. Vanessa? Nikki? Can you hear? Was that Nikki? So we're just having a little technical difficulty.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Are live.
But how are we live? Where can my people see from?
Let me see. Vanessa, didn't you say?
It keeps saying choose a Facebook profile, Vanessa Russell Carreras. That's who I'm choosing. There we go. All right, let's see if it's coming on.
But what is that under? Settings, present?
Up in the top right-hand corner, it says stream to your audience.
Okay.
Yes. All right. I think
you need a StreamYard account.
No, you don't.
That's what it's telling me.
No, it says you don't have to.
Are you?
Just sign in using Google.
So we're going to get started soon. We're just having a little technical difficulty. In the chat, if you can, let us know your name and where you're
watching from.
We're going to get started. We just want to make sure that all of our speakers can, address the audience right now. So far, ladies, I don't see anyone viewing it. You know, you have to give Facebook time to broadcast what you're doing. But this is a good test, I would say.
All right, so it's showing me that we are live. I can see it on my Facebook.
Yes. All right.
So, Nikki, in the top right-hand corner of your screen, it should say for you to go and audience that you want to broadcast to.
I see what you do. Go to your, on another device, go to your homepage. You see where your profile picture is? There's a live button. If you click on your profile picture, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, because I can see that I'm live on my profile.
I love that. I love it. So I don't see anyone yet.
Get on here.
Yes, I see it on my stream. So welcome to the Travel Streets. We're gonna get started shortly, but before we do our introduction, we just want to see how many people are going to join us tonight. We have made this event especially for you to provide you with the latest and greatest in travel news and events and exciting happenings in the world of travel. So far, I don't see anyone yet, but we're going to give you time to tune in. So go ahead, step away, get your drink, a little bite to nibble, and we'll get started.
Yeah, does it allow you to invite anyone on it?
Yes.
Like in your audience?
Yeah, click that link. Put the link on your page.
No, I mean, like,
so they should automatically
see me going live.
Yes. And they should see it on your page.
Tracy, she just liked our.
Hey, Tracy. Thanks for your support, girl. Hey, Nikki has exited for a moment, but she will return. There she is. We're gonna bring her to the stage, to the main stage here. All right. So this is Travel Streets. So again, we are a collective of travel agent girlfriends who travel the world together and inspire each other. After years of planning trips for our clients, we realized that it's time to pack our own bags and experience the world firsthand together and provide you with the latest and greatest in news, events, anything travel, all things in culinary travel, celebration travel, group travel, luxury travel. And I will give the ladies a chance to introduce themselves. I'm Shawn Graves, owner of Sensible Vacations. I'm located in the lovely state of Maryland, but I am a international, not just traveler, but a travel advisor. So I curate content for my guests, family, and friends, whether it's celebration, solo travel, group travel, and more. We love to give our guests, our travelers, an opportunity to luxuriate, feeling a phrase there from global luxury travel, to luxuriate throughout the world. So that's a little bit about me. Let's go to Vanessa.
What's up, travelers? What up, fellow colleagues and travel divas out here? We're out here doing it. As Shawn mentioned, I'm the proud owner of Global Luxury Travel. I don't know if you can see it. And you know that I curate luxury customized itineraries for world travel. I'm super excited to also bring to the table the GLT Systems Playbook that's going to be launching its first free downloadable ebook for all of those agents that are looking to change the dynamics of their business. That's going to be another part of my portfolio, but we're going to bring you all the hot topics in travel, what's going on, what to look for, what you should and shouldn't do. Some of it has our opinions as well as our experiences encompassed and what we're going to talk about. Super excited about just keeping you up on the know, the things that they keep calling travel hacks, which I can't stand that term because they're not. But we're going to get into it. And we each have subjects to discuss this evening.
Thank you, Vanessa. Come on.
I don't know if I'm live or not.
You are live. I see you.
I'm talking about on my page.
Yes.
Okay. Happy Nick Day, everybody. I'm Nikki McGregory, owner of Nick Uptime Travel in Chesapeake, Virginia. Y'all already know I show this palm. It's going down. I'm going to do something epic or have a great experience. I try to make sure all of my clients have the best experiences possible as well. So y'all ready to get into it?
Let's do it. Let's for 1 second. Shawn's going to be taking over, but I wanted to see if we could just tap a little bit into what we were discussing last week, because as you guys know, we all had to get ready for the 76th Emmys. And so we were really short on time last week, but I just wanted to have us each touch base on what we were discussing. Shawn, what were your topics? Because I don't know if we really got to give them the insight.
Indeed. So my topic today revolves around
last week. What we were saying, a little bit of what you talked about last week.
What did I say? Time. What was it about? I can't recall.
Okay. Well, I'll touch a little bit on mine, was knowing who you're booking with. And the reason that my memory got jogged a bit about this is because another colleague of mine came to me about a friend that was booking with a agency that has had some troubles in the past. And it begged the question, did she or does she even know who she's booking with? And that was some of the things that I talked about last week, was how do you choose the person that you're booking your travel with? You guys see us and it's always that you're familiar with who we are, but all those out there who are just booking with someone random, do you know who they are? Are they credible? Do they have credentials? Do you know their backstory? Are there legal issues that may be pending against their agency? So this is just something that I just wanted to reiterate. I'd be interested if you could tap in and tell me and us, who do you book with? What is the criteria in which you choose to book with them? And have they even been where you're going? Like, what's that all about?
Yes, so we are monitoring the chat. So when you do find that chat area, we will definitely take your comments and maybe address them here. And again, know who is representing you as it relates to travel, and what company. Are you a person that just goes online, hey, give me the best deal, and then you end up in an undesirable resort or location, and things are just messed up. But one thing I can say about me and my travel agent girlfriends, as we refer to it as TAGF, we will not book you somewhere where we will not stay, even if you begged us. Because at the end of the day, we want you to be happy. We also want you to have the best experience. So don't base your experiences on the pocketbook. You can definitely plan well in advance, and we have means to work with you to provide you with travel payment plans and give you the best consultation.
You know what, you guys, I had a lady that she went online. She had a lot of time to go Google, schmoogle, and you know how they do, and was wanting this certain type of hotel aesthetic and blah, 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 which I was going to give her, but through my vetted travel partners. And because she just saw something that she felt looked cute online, she felt like, you know what, I'm not going to have control over my itinerary. And, I just don't know if I'm going to work out with your agency. And I said, you're probably right. I said, just like we don't go in and tell a doctor how to diagnose us or to give us the remedy or cure or medication, prescriptions. I look for my clients to respect me on that same level because I am an expert in my field. And if you want to go do something that could put my agency's standards and yourself safety in jeopardy, it's not something I'm willing to compromise on. And so it was a $25,000 booking, and I said, bye. So just so you guys know, it isn't about the money, it's about our reputation. And that's why we're on here together, to collectively show you who we are, so you can understand our level of integrity and how we go about displaying that. Because it's just not worth the money. 25 grand, that is a lot of money to walk away from. But you know what? I'd rather walk away than be on CNN. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So,
And
Our
even if you're
reputation is very important to us.
very important. Yes. So we have about 10 folks online. No one's
I
posted a
can't
message.
see any of that.
I
Can you
can't
see who
see
the
that
people
either.
are?
No, they're not coming in yet.
Okay, well,
Oh,
let's go
you
get
can't see the
into
people?
our
Okay.
topics. Let's get into
Okay,
it.
I do see a count here. So, Nigga Time Travelers, there are 7 people online. Vanessa and I, some of ours dropped off. It could be due to technical issues, but we're going to stay on here for a while. Hey, hey, represent. So we can see who is online, not your name, but we can actually see the stats. So you're going to
Can
know
you type
one.
your names in and where you're from so I can know who's here, so we all can know who's here? Thank
Yes,
you.
don't be shy. So, you ladies, you ready to hop into the topics, our hot topics here?
Let's get
Yes.
into it, y'all.
Get into it.
Yes, let's get into it. So, I'm not sure if you all saw a post or the news about the ability to renew your passports online. Before, yes, but there's one little caveat. One
There
caveat.
is.
One
Good.
caveat. So before you would have to gather your documentation, make copies, get your marriage license, birth certificate, take it to the post office or the passport agency. So the passport agency is making it easier if you renew timely. Not saying, hey, I need my passport in 2 weeks. You will have to definitely request expedited, and that's an additional $60. And you would have to mail those items. But for our travelers who plan well, we know most of you do. And yes, we do understand things happen. You can renew your passport online with your details. So your question may be, is there extra cost for this service? No. However, there's cost as it relates to if you need an extra few pages of your passport pages, that's $21.36. I will round it to 22. The individual passport for adults 16 above is $130. The passport card still remains at $30. And
Don't get that card. That is the dumbest thing
Yeah,
yeah,
it
that
is.
might
They
be
need to
another
get rid
topic.
of that.
And
Yeah.
that's that might be another topic. But if you get both, it's 160. However, there are some things you would have to do, and I'm going to post the link in the chat. You have to engage in the chat for this information of how you can renew online. Now, just
Yeah.
because you can renew online, the processing times will still apply. So you may be fortunate to get someone that will process your renewal request within 4 weeks, but that's not promised or guaranteed. But their standard processing time is 6 to 8 weeks,
Yeah.
as it states on travel.us.gov. Now, I know I've quoted prices. Prices are subject to change at any time, whether authority deem it's necessary. But we just want to share this information. So get into a habit. If you know you have a trip coming up, maybe 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, take a look at your passport and make sure that it's not expiring post your return date of 6 months. So if you're returning in January, your passport life on the expiration should be through June of the year that you have traveled. So gather your documents, take a look at your passports, reach out to your travel agent for planning, and we'll get you going. So are there any questions on the passport processing? And again, while our next guest speaker discusses it, I am going to post the link in this chat.
And there are 2 things that you also must be in order to be eligible for the online passport renewal. And they said they're only doing about I know this sounds like only, was it 5 million or something to that effect? But you have to be 25. So
Yeah.
if you're 16, 21, anything under 25, you're not able or eligible to do it online, and it can only be a renewal. It cannot be your first time. So for you first timers, you got to go down to the post office, or you can go online with that same link, get the forms, fill those out, download them, print them off. You can even take your photo now, guys, online, stand, do your selfie, boom. There's a website that's connected with the same passport website where it'll crop your picture, put the proper background behind you, and all you got to do is print that out and take it down there to the passport office and send it off. So those are the requirements, though, for you to get it online. You must be 25, and it can only be a renewal.
Indeed.
And my thing is this: don't even bother with that passport card. I don't even know why that's still a thing. The only thing, it's a good piece of identification, but you can only drive across borders with it. You cannot fly with it. If you are stuck overseas, you can't do anything with it. It's just a card. It's just to me, an identification card.
You cannot go back.
Yeah, you could go to Canada or
in a car.
So that's pretty much what that's for. So don't even waste your money. And while we're talking about the passports, go ahead and get your global entry. That's right. Call it the NIC Factor. It's the passport global entry. If you get global entry, you don't need TSA pre-check, and get your clear as well. Yes. And of course, the American Express Platinum. Indeed. Those 4 things, you'll be winning in life.
That's
in the travel Skreetz.
And we'll meet you all in the lounge. The travel Skreetz girls will meet you in the lounge, Bill. And we plus Nikki Time Travel gonna have her ginger ale. Okay. And Shawn and I, Sensible Travel and Global Luxury Travel, we're gonna have a champagne. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna meet y'all in the lounge wherever platinum Amexes are taken, okay?
And we will leave you in Gen Pop too. I'm taking advantage of my lounge access. So if you
will moonwalk past you.
Yes, I'll see you on the plane.
Yes, so we'll meet up at the destination.
Look, we coming early to the airport so we can be in the lounge.
I did for my local travel last week. Man, my flight was at 5. Girl, I was at the airport at 1:30.
No, ma'am. Were you?
Yes, and I did 2. I did American Express, and because we travel with privileges and access, not bragging, but when you travel, treat yourself. It's a luxury item. You know, right. American Express and the Delta Club. So yes, I kind of overdid it, but no, I didn't. It felt good. So.
When we left, we was leaving LA. I was at the airport way early, and at the app. Oh yeah, because me and Tracy rode together to save on the price of the taxi, and so I was in my lounge about 4 hours, and I walked in there and they had lounge chairs. I was like, "Ooh!" And Tracy had gave me this blanket with my from our Australia trip. I took that bad boy out. I was gone. I know I was snoring up in there.
Was you ripping off the paint?
Ripping off the paint, baby. You better not say nothing to me either. I was nice and cozy, and it wasn't even I didn't even mind being there for that amount of time because I was comfortable. I can jump up, get me something to eat, get me something to drink, go to the restroom. I could leave my stuff and not have to worry about somebody messing with
taking it. Yeah. Yes. You know, y'all remember when I was not a lounge girl and I was at the bar? I was at the bar, girl, with the, trying to get the free drinks from the people.
And what was Vanessa?
Like, no, I'm good. I'm going to the bar.
I like being out in the
Well, as a single lady, it was a good way for me to meet.
And me and Nikki was like, okay.
But as a single woman, that was a good place for me to meet people. But then I was like, girl, I have to meet you in the lounge now, bro.
Brokums. She been brokums where they trying to.
I've been schooled. I'm revived. I'm reformed.
Real was got lounge access.
I gotta have it.
That cord,
They got lounge
that whole black cord, that whole platinum cord.
It'll change how you travel.
Oh
You
man,
know.
she was like, "Oh, this
Normally,
nice." Vanessa looking around like, "Okay."
it's like,
Hey,
what?
when we went, you know what? We went, it was when we went to Costa Rica.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Now,
And
Costa
that lounge
Rica.
wasn't even super popping. It wasn't until we went, I went and discovered some other lounges.
Yes.
Oh man, it's this one at JFK I want to try. It's the new Delta Lounge. They only have
Did
one
it.
open.
You
My
must.
friend Alexandria, she went into it, but you have to be flying international to get
You
in
can
it.
make
So
a special
hopefully I
trip
can
for
see
that.
it next
Yes.
month. I'm
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to see the lounge. So
Yes. So
Listen.
as you travel, you'll find out, since I have to do a connection, let's connect in the place that has the best lounge.
That's
yes.
right. Oh my
Yes.
God, did y'all watch Emily in Paris? She was in
I love.
Air France's lounge. I was like, shoot, if I would have known that, I would have made my flight where I would have went earlier, you know what I mean, to the airport. It was upstairs and around. It was beautiful. I'm like, okay.
Dubai has
Yeah.
some really nice,
Oh,
of course.
Doha.
We took this guy. We was going to where we was going? To Tanzania we had to turn around because that guy was sick. And this guy, he was flying, he lives here and in Gambia, I think, with his wife, but he was flying home and he takes this route all the time. And I'm like, you never sit in the lounge, you sit in gym pop all the time. We took him in that lounge. He was like, he's looking around. He's like, wow. He's like, I can drink what I want. I can eat what I want. I'm like, yeah, have at it. So hopefully he has access now. He's like, I never knew this even existed, and I'm in this airport all the time.
And you might even get a massage or manicure or pedicure.
Yeah.
What? I took a whole shower, did a wardrobe change, took a nap, and stayed in Dubai for 20 hours? Remember we did that? That was the most epic lounge I think I've ever. The whole Concord is literally the lounge.
Yeah.
From gate 1 to 11.
It will ruin you.
It's the
It will
lounge.
ruin you.
I was like, this is cray. Okay, so enough lounge talk. Let's get into the topics of the Skreetz.
Okay.
Hit it.
What is the topic today? Oh, what I was talking about last week was the 12-year-old. Oh, that's it. That's cruise control. We'll talk about that last. Okay, go ahead, guys.
So, Shawn?
Well, I did mine on the passport. But
okay, so let me talk to y'all about this. They gonna chime in on this one, y'all. So y'all need to be listening because my ladies are finna chime in on this one. Okay?
Yes,
We're gonna talk about this airplane etiquette.
Ooh.
That part. And the reason I thought of this is because when I got on my flight to LA to go to the 76 Emmy Awards, there was a woman on the return. She was like, I was like, okay. My thing is, I always like to sit behind the wing unless I'm flying BC, which on this particular flight I wasn't. I flew Southwest. It was a quick jaunt that we did, so no need to waste my points on that. But anywho, so as I'm going to where I like to sit behind the wing, there's this woman with a little girl. So mama's in aisle, daughter's in middle, and the window's open. And I was like, oh, is anyone sitting there? She goes, do you want to sit here with a little kid? I'm like,
not.
I'm a mama. I will bust this little girl in her forehead if she starts crying. But then I saw an aisle seat and I thought, okay, maybe I'm gonna go aisle. So I went ahead and just moved past that. So here comes another woman and she pulled that same thing. That lady looked at her like the same thing like I look, like we would bust your little girl in the forehead. So the woman goes to take that seat and the little girl starts clowning. My seat, blah, blah, blah. And her mom's like, that's not your seat. That's not your seat. And it was just literally moments. I mean, she didn't clown even for, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 seconds. So it begged the question, had her and mom rehearsed this so that they could have that whole role? I know.
People are known to do some things.
You know, what people need to understand is the plane ain't yours.
That part.
Okay? The plane ain't yours. We each bought a seat on the plane. Therefore, I don't want to hear you talking on your headset or on your phone on speaker. Please wear your headset.
Yes.
Please wear your headset, please.
And
Please.
bring you some extra change of clothes and deodorant.
Just
and
because
stuff.
you put your coat over your head, it doesn't block out the sound if you don't have on a headset. I can still hear it.
Indeed.
Headset,
Do it.
please. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Perfume. A lot of times, I'm going to be honest, I won't put on perfume just because I don't want to, overpower somebody else on a flight. Unless I'm on that guitar Q suite, then I'm got on the Coco Chanel Mademoiselle. But if I'm on, like Southwest, if I'm on Southwest or if I'm doing a quick American airline, I'm just conscientious of other people. I have allergies and irritations, and who wants, I already don't like flying. You don't want to be uncomfortable or sneezing because someone has a gallon of cologne. You're like, bro, take it down a pint. Like, so something to think about when you're traveling, people, unless you're kind of in a business class situation, take those fragrances down. I mean, we do want to smell refreshed, but you do have to think of other people and how that could affect them. And if you have a child, listen, I'm a mom and Nikki's a mom, so I can say this. I'm going to say it. Teach your children how to travel or keep their behinds at home, period. My daughter has been traveling since she was a little girl, little baby, actually. We took her, I don't know, she might have been 18 months, her first flight to go see her great grandmother. And Brianna's been traveling ever since. And she just, even taking her out to eat as a little kid, she knew how to sit down. Teach your kids how to behave.
Etiquette.
Please teach your children how to
and
behave.
Dining etiquette. I have stopped children at certain establishments, whether you're traveling or not, putting their hand in the buffet dish or the food dish, and I will call you out. Put it down.
Like Nikki does people who go to the bathroom and don't wash their hands.
Or yes. I see her do it. What? Yeah. No, she'll go.
What you tell them, Nikki? So you just go.
So you're not gonna wash your hands
right over there. The sink right over there. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, like we were somewhere, Nikki. Didn't the guy put his hand in the whole chip bowl?
Yep. I'm like, man, I got to go tell. I got to go tell on you. Because you're not at your house. You're in a public place, and you need to act accordingly. And the thing about what Vanessa was talking about, the cologne, sometimes it makes my head hurt. Some people on the plane, I get a headache because their fragrance.
And you're in that air pressure cabin.
Yeah.
All those elements are not necessarily conducive for this elaborate, amazing fragrance. There's reasons why airlines like your Emirates, Qatar, and Etihad choose those certain fragrances for business class because they are environmentally friendly in that closed caption type of space. They're not lingering. If you notice in you guys, I know we've all flown Emirates. They're not lingering. The things that you get, they give you deodorants and all that. They're not lingering odors so that they are respectful, I find, to others that are traveling. So those are things that you guys need to think about etiquette. If you're eating on a plane, throw your stuff away. Though, you know what I'm saying? Like when the lady comes around or the guy with the thing, get your stuff out the back of the seat and throw it down. If you drop something on the ground, sometimes it's hard to pick it up because we are a little squished. But if you can, that's just things to think about. In my opinion, how you conduct yourself on a flight really shows a lot of your character. If you got your shoes off and your feet is up in the air on the back of a seat, that's a no for me. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Coughing and sneezing and digging up your nose, blowing your nose with the same napkin you just wiped your mouth with while you were eating.
That's hideous.
All not cute. So those are just some of the things that I think people should be really cognizant of when they're traveling is have airplane etiquette.
Airplane etiquette. That is so true. Another airplane etiquette thing is you jumping up as soon as the flight lands and trying to rush to the front.
And you're all the way in the back.
You all the way in the back. You in 35.
And the person come from gate 38 to open the jet bridge first.
And they so when I book my clients, my time travelers, I always put a minimum of an hour and a half in between the layovers. So in case, just in case things happen, I'd rather you wait longer on the ground than trying to rush. I've had weather related. I've had the toilet is broke. I've had um, somebody got sick. Those are things that you cannot plan for. So at least it gives you a little cushion instead of these 35-minute layovers. And you got a 35-minute layover and you are on a whole nother concourse, especially if you don't know the airport layout. Some of these airports are huge. Dallas, JFK, LAX,
Here.
DLT. Yeah.
Dallas.
Dallas.
I missed the flight and was there 3 hours before once when they opened that United wing.
And at Philadelphia, you got to get on a bus, and it's just too much to be doing those 35-minute legal layovers, legal connections. So yeah, just be cognizant of that, and don't stand up. You're not going anywhere because you're not getting off before me. You need to go back where you was.
If you're at 55 and I'm in 2.
Where you going? How you get out? How you even get all the way up here? So yeah.
That's annoying AF when they do that. As soon as they stand up, I'm like,
yeah.
Do you have the key? I mean,
and then you be like, well, I got my flight's leaving in 30 minutes. Well, you shouldn't have booked your flight that close if you was going to book in basic economy flights where you're going to be all the way in the back of the plane.
Yeah.
Please, you should have chose your seat and paid that extra whatever it cost to sit up close so you could hop off and get on that flight that you're probably going to miss.
Yeah. And going back to the passport, don't take risk. There was a gentleman that flew internationally, left his passport at home. He knew he left it, but thought, hey, I'm that guy. Maybe they'll let me slide. So no, he was stuck, and he also got fined. It was a federal crime to knowingly travel without your passport.
How did he depart?
How did he get over there?
Up to 5 years. So
how did he leave America? They should be fined for whoever let him on the plane.
Right. Somebody verify your passport when you check in, and they verify it before you board. So
I don't know how I clear security.
Well, here's the thing. When you book an international flight, even though you initially booked the flight, you don't have to put the information in yet. But when you go to check in, they want that passport information. So how did he even get a boarding pass without it?
Right. Yeah. At the ticketing, they usually check it. They check it at the gate before you board the plane. They check it at TSA pre-check. So I don't know how he got all the way through there.
Con artist, because they said that what he was doing before the flight departed was making friends, chatting it up with people, switching seats. He was just doing too much.
No, but how did he get past all the things first that even allows you to get on the plane?
Right.
Yeah. Some people are.
There was a breakdown in the security. First of all, the airline online where he booked it. That's the first problem. Because how did they allow him to access his passport? Let me tell you, Australia. When I was going over there the last time, I was doing a layover in New Zealand. Didn't realize I was going to need a visa to go in there. Let me tell you, you wouldn't even let me check into my flight till I went and did the online visa for New Zealand to check into my Australia final destination flight. That's the first thing. So how was he able to check in? Secondly, when they did issue him the thing, when he went and checked his bag, how did they not ask him for his passport?
Mm-hmm.
Then when he went through security, then he went to the gate. So he went through several points of entry before even getting on the flight that was missed. You know what I'm saying?
Insane. That's insane that even, it was a whole breakdown in a lot of places that he was even able to get on the plane, get that far. So
yeah, that's insane.
So what else are we talking about? Oh, let's talk about when we just came from the Grammys. So every week we'll probably touch the Emmys. So the Grammys is coming in, boo. Okay, we just came from the Emmys, and we just want to touch on LA, getting from the LA International Airport. We all did a different route to see the cost and the time it would take. Shawn, you want to explain yours?
So I departed from Washington National Airport straight into LAX. Great price point. I arrived at Terminal 2/3. So if you're going to hail an Uber, and if you don't have private car service that your luxury travel agents will provide, or you will have to, one, get on the shuttle, find the location of the shuttle, and it's about how long did it take you, Vanessa? About 20, 30 minutes just to get to
Yeah,
just talk about yours, Shawn. Just talk about your experience, and she'll talk about
so my
hers.
experience was great. I am not built for that. So I ordered in advance a private car service round trip. So that's the beauty of planning in advance. One, the price points are going to be much reasonable. And then you're going to secure your transportation. Had I waited day of and try to do a Uber Black, which picks up from the curb, that could have been $200 just to go 20 miles. So again, plan in advance, work with a great travel advisor. Yes, you can find Expedia. Yeah, Expedia might book you on Uber X and you're going to be walking. But for elevated services, we provide private excursions, transportation, because we don't want you to have any of these travel misnomers occur with you. But I was pleased.
That's awesome. So, of course, one of the good things about having a travel advisor who actually travels like we do, we go and look at the experience first, and all the mishaps that may occur, we'd rather them happen to us than they happen to you. Like I probably seen in my live before about me having to get the emergency passport in Africa because I had too many stamps. Just be clear. Girl be traveling around these travel streets. So when I went to LA, I went ahead and did Southwest. You guys know I'm out here with my parents, taking care of them. So Southwest was the best option for this particular scenario. And what I decided to do was I figured, well, I will get a rideshare service, be it Lyft or Uber, whichever was going to be most advantageous. So that being said, things have changed since the last time I went to LAX, as has it in a lot of airports, where now you've got to go off property to get these ride shares. So what I had to do was I flew into the same terminal where my bag was, which was Terminal 1. So that was very simple. Boom, bam, boom, outside, boom. So now the ride share, you've got to walk to either ends of the Concord to see where that ride share area is. That took about 25 minutes to get that bus. So we get on the bus and it's like 4 of us. I'm like, okay. Well, then we get to the next stop and there's 875 people on that mug. I'm like, oh shit. I put my mask back on. I was like, Lord. And so then it took us to a whole nother lot where we got off. And it was so funny because one of the people that were talking to me, she's from Colombia. She's like, oh my God, I don't like this. It's like third world, like my country. And I was like, really? She goes, I don't like it. I was like, you know what? I don't either. So needless to say, when I got off, all the ride shares were right there. So boom, bam, boom. I ordered it and within milliseconds, my guy was there. But I would do what Shawn did if I had to do it over again. I'd definitely prearrange a vehicle for LAX for sure, 1000%.
So, okay, so Shawn's will pick you up at the concourse at the baggage claim, right? On the curb. It's called curbside. So Shawn's was curbside. Vanessa's, you have to take the shuttle to the ride share location. What we tried to do, what we did, Tracy and I did, was we took an airport shuttle because that was on the curb. We took an airport shuttle to the Renaissance Inn, and then we took an Uber from there. And it works out to be cheaper than going into the airport itself. So we took a the shuttle to the Renaissance, call the Uber. I think it was like $40. Well, it would have been like 65 coming from the airport itself. This doesn't work in, everywhere. So that's just something that we tried. We just wanted all to try a different way to see what best worked. But of course, I would in the future, I will book a car like Shawn did, and that's what I would do for my clients is have a car there. Shawn, do they do meet and greet, or they meet you on the curb?
They do meet and greet right outside the welcome area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Yeah,
we all wanted to try a different route to see which worked best, but we highly recommend meet and greet, black card service.
That's right.
Ahead of time.
Yeah, for sure. 1000%. The last several times though that I've always gone into LA, it's normally to fly to like Australia or to fly to, where did I go last time? Somewhere on that side.
Bora. Oh, you didn't go with
yeah,
that.
Fiji. But I always stay at a hotel right there, that Marriott or that Renaissance. So I always stay there. So I always have that airport shuttle service anyway. So that I can just hop on that shuttle and just, it's what that is what, 5 minutes?
Right.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's 5 minutes, probably 5 minutes with the lights, but in real time, if you catch every light, it'd probably be maybe 2 minutes.
So, it was awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Okay.
Well, we're super stoked about our experience. Check out each of our pages, Nick of Time Travel, Sensible Travel, and Global Luxury Travel. We each have posted some really amazing experiences that we got to do out in LA. It'd be really cool to put that together for you guys, for all of our clients. If you're wanting to go out to Los Angeles, there's a lot of fun stuff to do, great places to visit. I don't know if some of you followed me. I was at the Grove Live. That was really dope. As you could see, our Ferrari car experiences, go visit each one of our pages and our social medias so that you guys can check those out, because that was a lot of fun. I love the hotel we stayed in that area. That was a cool area.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
It was.
As you reach out to us.
And so the last thing we're going to talk about is cruise control. And what happened last week is on a Royal Caribbean ship out of Galveston, a 12-year-old boy fell over the balcony onto the Central Park area. He did pass.
Oh,
man.
They're not saying how it happened yet, but it's just me thinking there was probably some horseplay going on, because it's kind of hard to fall off of that, because the balconies are high enough where you to try to prevent people from falling over. So I don't know what happened, but I know that he did pass. So this is another reason to have travel insurance. As I always say, this is another reason to have travel insurance, because they still got to get him home, or they had to go to the hospital to, I don't know. Of course, they took him to the hospital. Then you got to pay those bills. Then you got to get the body home.
Yeah.
Got to get you guys home. All the things. So just be careful when you're traveling. Don't get so excited that you start doing crazy things, because I hope and pray this could have been preventable. Yeah, but they haven't released anything, so I'm not going to say. But I just think that probably was some horseplay involved.
And definitely
just
know where children are.
With me, unfortunately, knowing about the whole medevac situation and what that looks like, when you're getting medevac, that plane is a operating / emergency room, basically. So the ability to get on there is limited, meaning your luggage and personnel. So let's just say if you're a family, like it was me, my mom and dad, and my daughter. My dad, it would only accommodate my dad in one little bag that he had, right? So that meant I was with my mom's luggage, both her carry-on and her big bag, my carry-on and my big bag, and my dad's big bag. So imagine having to maneuver that way also. When you're getting on one of those, that's just something to keep in mind. Sorry, guys. To keep in mind that those medevacs are only holding so much. Just so you know. So, because people think, oh, our whole family will fly home together with the person that happened to. That's not how that works.
Okay. And that cost $50,000. Just so
Did
you
it?
know. Don't you isn't that how much the medevac is?
Oh, that was a close medevac. They can cost way more than that. That's why Allianz does that $500,000 situation, because a medevac can be shooting from. It might have cost more than that. The insurance paid for the one from Mexico to America, from America to my parents. That was the 20,000 they asked for out of, it was 20 plus 20, maybe 24,000 or something like that from my dad. That thanks to Amex Platinum. My daddy was happy that I got that card. Listen, because he got his 20,000 back.
Right. Good.
So just think a quick flight like that was 20 plus thousand.
Yeah, and who has 20,000 laying around?
Right. I know. Or you may have good credit and you might have credit cards or not, but do you have that amount available?
Yeah. That can deplete your resources.
Yes.
Yeah. Expeditiously.
Yes.
So I would say, be mindful of your children, you guys, when you're traveling. You have to. I mean, I only have one kid, so I can't speak to what it would feel like maybe to have many children that you're keeping an eye on, but teach them how to act when they're in public. You know what I mean? Like all that fooling around and stuff, it can be dangerous. And especially when you're not in familiar places. It's okay maybe at home and, out in the pool and things of that. But when you're somewhere that you don't know that space like that, you don't know how secure railings are and, things that you may look like they're one thing and they could just be different. Just, I don't know. I'm so sad for that mom. Oh my God, that would break my heart.
Yes, indeed.
So and can you imagine being in Central Park and you see it happen? You be like, what is going?
The people there are just as traumatized as the person it's happened to. You're going to be forever scarred with that on your cruise.
It is a traumatic experience. Definitely have your travel insurance, not just, at any level, to protect yourself. I witnessed this senior couple in Chichen Itza. They went up the pyramid and she fell from the top. And that's when they really stopped letting people walk up the pyramid. That was very, very traumatic. She definitely succumbed to her injury.
I climbed that before they stopped it. That thing was that. Yes, you should not be doing that.
Yes, so just imagine just witnessing it. And
oh my goodness.
Yes.
I've been to Chichen Itza, but you couldn't climb when I went during COVID.
That's probably why, because of that experience right there.
I don't think you should anyway. Those are ancient artifacts, UNESCO heritage sites. I don't think they should be accessible to travelers. I mean, they're there and have lasted for a reason, because they wasn't up there effing around.
All those people all day long going up and climbing up and down
with the different types of shoes. They probably back then were barefoot, so they weren't damaging the rocks and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. They don't need to go up there.
Yeah, the rocks didn't get damaged. If you look at the Mayan culture and the history, she was coming down as we would go down a regular flight of stairs.
Right.
In the Mayan history, they kneeled to the gods going down on their knees, all from the top to the bottom. So wow. Look at ancient aliens, it shows you what that custom was. So she was casually walking down. I saw her from the top, and they had that thin rope, bam, from the top down. So
dang, that's terrible.
Just protect yourself.
Did she walk away, or did she have to be carried away?
She didn't make it.
She didn't make it.
No.
She broke her neck.
She passed?
Yes.
Oh.
She didn't make it.
Oh, I
Clutches
didn't know
pearls.
she. Oh my God.
She
Yeah.
was
I didn't know
about
she passed.
25. So, you have not just frail bones, but it was not a good sight.
Oh
Wow,
my
that's
goodness.
terrible.
I didn't know she passed.
So,
But
travel
you- but
insurance.
but you know
So,
what? A good thing about that little boy is that he wasn't on the ocean side. So at least he was
yeah,
on the Central Park side and not on the ocean side
So
where
they
he
can
would have
recover his
been. Yeah,
body.
right, right.
yeah.
He wasn't lost out to sea or anything. Um.
Mhm.
Oh,
So,
but dang, Shawn, I didn't know the lady died. Oh my
mhm,
goodness, that's horrible.
you surviving that. It was like a bungee
Wow,
jump
that's
on the top.
crazy. So,
So,
ladies, do you have anything interesting coming up that you want to talk to everyone about?
not anything interesting. I would love to give that surprise and wow effect. I do have some things in the works. I will not share all of the kitchen sink in details, but stay tuned to our pages, social media sites. And one last thing before we depart, I just want to let you know that we, as Vanessa mentioned, we are vetted with our suppliers and partners. I would like to give a big up to our boy, Neville Spence. Thanks for tuning in. Share this video with your audience as well.
Hey,
Well,
Neville.
thank you for Nev tuning in. Much success to you. I see what you're doing as an entrepreneur, and we'll definitely be in touch.
Neville is the bomb diggity.
Yes.
He's very responsive, has very nice vehicles. He'll pick up your calling. I mean, we could chat him any time of day or night, and
Yes.
he's going to answer. He's about his business. He's about his brand for sure.
Yes.
Nikki,
And,
you got anything coming up? Nick of
Yes,
Time Travel?
Nick of Time Dash and Dine is going to San Francisco Sunday. We're going to San
yes.
Francisco, hang out, and then we'll be back that night. It's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm still a little I never get jet lag, but maybe it was so much going on at the Emmys that I was tired after that. It took me a day or so to get myself back together. But I'm looking forward to spending time with my girls in San Francisco on
Yeah.
Sunday.
She just came home to watch
Let
the
me ask you, if someone was deciding they want to go now, is there still availability?
No, there's no more
So,
room at the end.
so listen, when we put it out there, you got to get in where you fit in.
Yes.
Make it
Yes.
work.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I want to have
Well,
one
before we
last
go,
remark. I
I
have
do want
my
to say this one last thing before we go. Just want to reiterate that the GLT Systems Playbook is about to launch. So for all of those that may be agents out there that are looking for that roadmap to that six-figure income in your agency, the GLT Systems Playbook is coming to a platform near you. I'm going to have a free downloadable chapter 1 that you can get for those who are looking to sign up and kind of take that business to the next level. So stay tuned for that. I'm super stoked about launching that. So
great things in this collective. So stay tuned. And I also want to give a big shout out to my girl, Dawn, who lives in Florida. She's one of my well-respected friends and also part of my agency. She's in Florida holding it down. Dawn is the master of cruises. So within my agency, she does a lot of the cruises. So thanks, Dawn, for tuning in. We'll definitely chat soon.
Who else is on so I can leave any of my
They
people?
didn't put a message in the chat. I can't see them. You have, yeah, but stay tuned and drop us a note too. What time frame works best and what should be the frequency? We might do a poll, because we want you to get this information. We all know everyone has busy lives, but thanks for tuning in and thanks for your continued support. And thank you, my tag girlfriends.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all know Nick of Time Travel. When you're ready to book, you know where to look. Whoop, whoop.
Yes. Sensible vacation, travel with sense, because I've already went.
And guess what? As I always say, stay safe and hashtag stay traveled.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks, ladies.